You're now listening to the show about the shit in life that's just a bit too much, from the perspective of stand-up comics. With our hosts, Carmelo Bongiovi and Ken Krantz. This week's topic, Happy Rapture. This is A Bit Too Much.
Wait, do the Jews have like a rapture? Like, do they have a belief that like the end is coming and we're going to wait the day? I don't know this. I know it's always Jesus with what I know. It's always like Jesus is coming back.
No, Jews are, we don't think anyone's coming back. I feel like, like long ago,
like no one's coming.
Yeah, long ago we figured out nobody's coming for us.
Like in a sad way, like why isn't somebody stop this?
Yeah, like why won't anybody just step in and fucking help out?
Help out. It's been pretty rough if you've looked throughout history.
Listen, we had it pretty good when we were the only religion on earth, but as soon as they introduced a second religion, I mean, anyone can have a few thousand bad years, right?
Yeah. And the second one other religion came along, bad news.
Yep. Because they looked around and they were like, whose fault is all this shit?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when new things happen.
Yeah.
You know?
But the rapture, I didn't even know that the rapture was supposed to happen today until last night.
Wake the fuck up, Ken.
Yeah.
Wake up.
My wife in bed was
Lord
like,
cometh.
the rapture's tomorrow. And I'll be honest.
And you're like, the Toronto Raptors? What? Yeah, they do have a game. That's right.
I was like, well, then I don't have to go fucking record this show for 7 hours. I was like, it better come in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, what you don't want is for it to come while we're here. Mm-hmm. I don't know about you. I was in front of my bedroom window waiting.
Fucking rapture happens here while I'm with you.
This place is so insulated that it doesn't affect us. Yeah. There's a bunker here. We can just go in the bunker.
There's a rapture bunker in the bottom.
Right. The rapture is that moment was like the funniest. You before on the phone were like, oh, why don't people use like time zones to understand that it's not
That's
happening?
the problem, because what's today? Today's like the 21st or 22nd of September, whatever today's rapture date is.
Yeah, 24th.
And by
24th.
the way, they're like 0 for 100 on guessing raptures so far.
Yeah.
But the problem is...
when they finally hit one, it's just over. There's not going to be a discussion. We finally got it's none to discuss. It's just over.
Yeah, but everybody will know. They'll be like, "Oh shit, this
for a
was
minute,
the one."
For a minute, and then we just all ascend, right? That's what they were saying this time. We will ascend.
We'll like, it'll be like Phil Hartman. You remember Phil Hartman from SNL?
No, I know Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
I'm saying, well,
his wife. He was sleeping.
Yeah.
And his wife shot him while he was sleeping.
Yeah.
But I bet you she had to have like tapped his forehead or something.
She woke him up first?
So he probably had 1 second of like, oh, fuck. Yeah. I feel like that's how the rapture is.
Yeah, we'll all have a moment.
Yeah.
And be like, it's happened.
We'll all be Phil
It's
Hartman.
happening. And they're just fucking done. But does the ascension take a minute? Like, it's like an elevator? Like, or are we just like,
know.
Is it just,
what if
is
it's
it like Thanos? Or is it like, oh, like, like
know.
what's the...
Look, as a Jew, I feel like I'm probably not going to be included.
Yeah, you're going you're going downtown, buddy.
It's like country clubs in the rapture.
You think you hit the up button in the elevator, but somebody else hit the down button?
I wonder if it could like get stuck. Like, you know how the escalator at the UN stopped working on Trump halfway through, and now he wants an investigation into that?
Yeah.
I wonder, like, if that could happen at the rapture. Like, is there a weight limit?
A weight limit
to the fatties? Like, can
it's
you
their
pull
soul.
up
They might. You could be a fat person with a light soul.
Well, how do you know? How do you know your soul doesn't weigh as much?
I think your soul weighs more if you're bad or Jewish.
So, okay, well, that's fair.
Right? Like, those are the two things. You think? I think Jesus is taking the Jews with him. Those are his boys. Those is his boys.
No, it's. I think there's a whole book dedicated to like Jews aren't coming with us at the end of this.
I don't think that was. I think that's some revisionist history. I don't think Jesus thought Jews aren't coming with us.
I don't think Jesus thought any of the shit that's happening today in his name should be happening.
I don't even know if Jesus knew he was Jewish. I don't even know that he was just like, I'm a Jew. I think he was like, just this God. Like, it's just like I don't even know if there was names for all of it, you know?
Yeah.
But I just, you know, I think when people, the first one I remember, well, I guess was the year 2000 a rapture? I know there was a technology thing that we thought was going to happen, but people also thought the end of the world, like a Nostradamus prediction, end of the world is happening in 2000.
At Y2K? Or
Yeah.
are you talking about a separate?
No, yeah, the year 2000. People thought the world was going to end. They thought things were going to stop working, but then they also thought the world was going to end,
Yeah.
right? Then in 2011, and I remember this specifically because I was on a Carnival cruise, which might be actual hell on earth, is a Carnival cruise. Like, if the rapture was going to happen, I just wish it engulfed that ship and took me, my wife, and a bunch of fat Midwesterners down under. And when you're all you made a final bad decision, you're all going to hell, because a Carnival cruise is fucking disgusting. It was right before like people started getting lost and shitting.
Like the poop cruise?
It was not too far before that. Because my wife and I, like when we were dating, it was our first vacation together. We were broke and it was like something we could afford.
Where'd you go?
It was like a Caribbean, like out of New York, Caribbean, out of New York. So we were at sea for days. We were just there. It feels like the end of the world when you're on a fucking cruise ship and you're looking out the window at night. You're like, this is fucked up. Why are we in the middle of nowhere? Like, it feels like it's a scary moment when you're on a cruise and you look out the windows at night. You actually feel like the power of like you can mentally go like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is fucked up. We could die here.
Yeah.
We could just get eaten by the sea. But the rapture was supposed to happen then. That was one of the predictions. Was 2011 was that, and I think also the Casey Anthony trial might have been happening at the time. That happened on one of my vacations. I remember because my wife was just like, forget the beach. I got to go back and watch this Casey Anthony trial. She was like obsessed with Casey Anthony.
Yeah, well, who wasn't?
Some people in different ways.
I mean, it was nice. I didn't agree with the verdict.
Oh, we're Casey Anthony. You didn't agree? Yeah, I would hope.
I didn't agree with the verdict, but I did think it wasn't terrible for kids to know we actually could get away with it.
Yeah. Like
I feel like that corrected maybe a lot of shitty behavior from other kids.
You know, it's like you might not always get away with it, but kids should know how easy it is for the parent to do it.
Right. But also that
like so easy.
Yeah.
You could just backhand hard enough and it'll happen. Like, I mean, to be honest, she jumped through a lot of hoops she didn't even have to. She did a lot of side shit.
I remember seeing like she was protesting at like a pro-life event.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking like, make up your mind. Like, how much do you just want to be able to kill babies?
Well, right. Well, she wants to be able to make the decision.
Yeah.
Right. But then she's totally not going to keep it after the fact. Maybe that's what she wanted to. She was protesting to try to get abortion for long. She's like, can we have a 15-year period on when you can abort one of these things?
Like a late term up until about 6.5.
And then we get to 2025. Another rapture is going to happen. And I'm like, well, so your point was the time zone thing. You were like,
right, because here's the problem. When you wake up, so they're like September 21st, the rapture. When we wake up here in New York, or the Eastern,
the 23rd, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
When we wake up, it's already like tomorrow in Australia.
Right.
So it's like by the time you've had coffee, you can just check like, hey, is Australia still here?
Yeah, but something you're not taking into account.
Or the Aboriginals don't go up.
No,
I don't know.
Americans know this. God is basing it on American time zones. Americans know this. Everything centers around America.
Okay.
God knows this. It's like, they don't replay the NBA finals at 8 p.m. It happened at 5 p.m. for California, right?
Yeah.
It's just, it's not even just American time zone, Eastern Standard. God is
God's
the
New
rapture.
Yorker.
Well, because look, he's a marketer at heart. He wants eyes and ears, right? Like, this is a guy who's like, his whole thing is like, follow me. So that's how you get the most eyes and ears, by going, I don't know why. We've all decided every sport, every major event, even global events, besides soccer. It's like a whole different thing with soccer. They just play wherever everything else is based on Eastern Standard Time. God knows this. So no, the rapture didn't. It's the 23rd. in the tri-state. It's like whatever time was supposed to happen, it's going on that time. That's not you're looking at it all wrong. You have to look at it from a very American point of view, because that's what God intended. It's right. It's that's where it was gonna happen. My favorite thing though is like most people, when this happens, I would say most people go, stupid. You're stupid. There's no rapture, right? Like that's, I think, the point of view of, I would imagine, 99% of people. And then you've got like the very small sliver, like, no, it's happening. And then you've got people like my wife who are like, no, I know, it's crazy, but like, what if? Then she starts getting. We had a horrible rainstorm on Rapture night.
Yeah.
Like hard and like I feel like in like upper New York there where we are, like our rainstorms hit just like maybe 10% harder than it does down in the city. And like really loud thunder. We're like out in the woods. So like you fucking hear everything. And she said to me, and I was like, I don't want to know that you believe this. I wish you didn't tell me. She was like, she was like, I hate the sound of this. It's scary. And I was like, I know, but we're inside. We're fine. And then she was like, this isn't like, today was like the rapture. She's half kidding, but like, I know there's a part of her, because when we were on that Carnival cruise, she also was like, I kind of hate that we're on a cruise while people are predicting the end of the world. I'm like, it doesn't matter if people are predicting the end of the world.
But I don't know if the end of the world applies to international waters. You may have been.
Well, I guess, you know what? I guess it depends on what kind of end of the world you're talking about. I guess if we're talking about ascension, we all float up.
There's no, they're not taking cruise ship fatties. They're not ascending some fucking jerk off in the buffet line on his sixth turkey leg.
Yeah, that is glutton, right?
Yeah.
That is, cruise ships are the definition of glutton. So that's a deadly sin.
I only did a cruise twice.
Kevin Spacey taught me that.
I only did a cruise twice in my life because my dad like paid for us to go on family vacations.
Yeah.
And
cruises are terrible. I hate it.
Yeah, I didn't love, like, by the second or third day, you're kind of hoping for Somali pirates.
You go on a right.
I saw that Captain Wilson movie.
Did you go on a fancy one, or did you go on like a budget cruise?
No,
like a Carnival cruise is budget.
Yeah, no, I don't even remember what it was, but it had to have been better than. Well, wait, let me think. We went to. Oh, and this is the other thing. My dad.
This is when you were a kid?
No. The last one we went to was maybe 10 years ago. It was the last trip we took with my dad, and he took us to Alaska on a cruise, which was cool, beautiful. The other cruise, because my dad didn't like you think a cruise like the fucking Bahamas,
yeah,
My dad was not into humidity or heat. So, like, we went on a cruise to Canada. It's like I left New Brunswick, New Jersey, and took a cruise to New Brunswick, Canada.
It's like, go to Canada, sure, but don't get on a boat to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Like, don't go the coldest way possible to Canada.
Yeah.
That's the most frigid way to travel to Canada.
Yeah.
Is by water.
And
Why would you a plane, or drive, sure, be enclosed.
Yeah. And my dad was like, he'll pick everything up, but you pay your bar bill.
Yeah.
And I have to believe our bar bill was more expensive than
the actual trip.
Actual trip.
The carnivals are one of those things where like you Carnival cruises, I mean, or any of those cruises are one of those things where you're like, you don't even know what you're paying for as you're paying. Like, it's at the end of the day, at the end of the trip, right? Like a lot of those, I remember like we had like a bracelet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you're just,
you don't know.
You're not
just
seeing
scamming.
prices. You're not seeing it. They just get you at the end and you're like, oh, fuck, I really did take advantage of those. And then they had in the room, they had like, like sometimes at like spring break resorts and like cruises have the liquor on the walls.
Yeah.
That's like, you don't, that's what you pay for, like, it's like installed in the wall and it's like a little spout. Which, like, I mean, that is the most cruise thing ever. Like, if you have to, you're so fucking disgusting that you're going to just pour liquor out of, like, it's the worst liquor. You're gonna pour liquor out of the wall.
Right. Like, however shitty the bottle is, they're emptying it and putting even shit.
The word, yeah. It's coming out of your wall.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good. That's who the rapture should take. But you know what, though? Okay, so that's one end of the world. But like, what if the end of the world is like the movie Armageddon? You know, like that's worse because then water doesn't matter. Like it's all going. Meteor.
Oh, because then everybody goes. Well, that's not a rapture. That's
not a rapture. No, that's not religious.
A
but
rapture is like when all the Jews and brown people stay down here. Everyone else gets to go up. And
was that predicted in this rapture? Was this a white rapture?
I feel like
all raptures.
I feel like most raptures. Listen,
it's true. You never hear like a Haitian dude go like.
You never see a black dude.
We're gonna say
you never see a Jamaican dude predicting the end of the world.
I never thought of that.
It's always like some dude named Russ.
Yeah, it's always some weird white.
But here's the thing, like, all right, so your wife, I get that being a little weird.
It's like this moment of doubt that she just has every time. And she's
so
like,
you were saying
every 10 years, she's like, we're gonna, maybe
99% of people are like, this is dumb.
I don't know if it's 99, but
I know, but I'm just going off your. Yeah. And then the 1% of the 1%, like maybe half of them are so serious that they give their shit away.
Yeah, they start making decisions.
I was just reading that last night that people were doing that for this one.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like here's my car, here's my house. You can have my kids if they don't make it. And then what do you do the next day? Like when you wake up and it's just like, oh, fuck, I got to go to work.
Yeah.
And I don't have a car. And I don't have a house.
If you were a rapture believer, which again, you know, Jew, that's not, you're not part of it. That's not. If you were a rapture believer and you're like, here's my car. And I was like, dude, are you out of your mind? I think I would have had a moment where I'd try to convince you, but you wouldn't have been convinced because you know.
I'm so sure.
And then the next day, you're like, I can't get to work now. Yeah. I'd be like, sounds like you're taking the bus, dude.
Yeah.
You're dumb. And this is, because I honestly think the only sobering thing for a person could be on like a public bus. That would be the most sobering way for a person to really realize they were wrong. Because you could make a million excuses until you get on that public bus and you go, oh no, I'm already in hell.
Yeah, the end of the world has begun.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot that right now, living here in this world with public transportation is living hell. So why did I think the end was? It came a long time ago. Somebody on TikTok was like, oh, the rapture happened in 2020. We actually have all been dead for years. We're just living in hell now.
Isn't it crazy? Like if you found out that was true, you'd be like, oh, sweet.
That's the thing. If okay, this is a Christian belief, right? This rapture thing's like all Christian belief, I believe.
It is all you people. Yeah.
Yes, dude, Christians are of the most insane. And I know that because they gave us Mormons. So, Christians are the craziest.
Because Mormons are weird.
No, I know, but that's
I watch a lot of
that's a Christian thought. Like that's a Christian subsect is Mormon. That's what I'm saying. So, Christians as a whole brand are the weirdest because they have Mormons. That's what I'm saying. If you're so weird, like if your religion could spawn Mormons, the base might be a little fucked up too. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
This is a Christian thing. So they believe Christians Christ. That's what Christians are. They believe in Jesus Christ. So they believe Jesus is like part of this. Like that's what I always heard. Like the day will come. Like the guy already came back once. First of all, that's the other thing. It's like he
didn't
already
work out so great.
Well, he came back for like a minute. I never understood that either. It's like so he was crucified on Friday, Good Friday, poorly named day. Then Sunday he's back, and he's just like, psych, and then he just went back onto the fucking like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It was just like a show off thing. I guess he was like, "Hey, motherfuckers, I could come back if I want to. I'm gonna go back. I'll stay dead, but just to let you know, I could come back, and shit's gonna pop off, And so then Christians are like, okay, he's gonna come back one day, and then he's gonna come with like a whole. I don't know. Is he supposed to have like a speech written or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the moment? Like, okay, Jesus comes back and he goes, like, and I could tell that this is all like a little foreign to you because like you're not deep into the Christian craziness. But like, what does he do? What's the point? Like, what's the point? Like, what is the moment?
He comes back. He's like, you're coming with me. You're coming with me, right? Isn't it? It's like.
Yeah, it's like dodgeball
Yeah.
in grammar school. I think if he came back in 2025, I think people wouldn't even be surprised. I think this year, particularly, people would be like, all right. Yeah, no, this makes sense now.
He would come back and people would be excited until he gave one press conference, and then whichever way he went with it, like you'd see like MAGA people like, Jesus a fucking faggot, and I knew it. You know? Like, you hear him saying we're supposed to be nice to each other. Fuck that retard.
Yeah, you motherfucking libtard.
Yeah.
Jesus, by your standards, is a libtard.
I bet it's not even a soft J. I bet it's Jesus.
Oh, so he crossed the border?
Yeah, he'd be an immigrant.
Get him out.
Yeah.
Get him out. Don't ask questions. Fucking tackle him.
Can you imagine if he showed up in Mexico and then made his way north?
Yeah, and everyone would be like, whoa. We want Jesus back, but you got to come here legally. You got to apply for a visa.
Yeah.
You got to come back legally.
Yeah.
Man.
Meanwhile, he can't even hold a pen because it just keeps slipping through the fucking hole
goes
in
through
his
the hole.
hand.
He's like, come on, guys. Haven't I done
so
enough?
it's funny.
Haven't I done enough? Guys, do you remember the last time
Remember Sam Kinison? I could use my hand as a fucking whistle.
Yeah, like, I've done so much, guys. I mean, granted, it was a long time ago. So, like, how much as a whole? Like, if you have a friend who drove you to work because you had a flat tire like 8 years ago and that friend still holds it over you, you're like, all right, cunt. Like, calm down, all right? It was a long time ago. Like, yeah, it was a big one, if you believe it. Died for our sins. It is a big one, but I don't know. There's a little statute of limitations on miracles.
But it's
right?
also...
All right, you did it.
It's a little over dramatic, right? Like, oh, he died for our sins.
Yeah,
it's like, did anyone ask him to? Was anybody out there
No,
like...
no one asked him to. That's
Right?
the thing. Yeah. Yeah. My theory is that he turned people off with because Judas is the guy who did it. I think he must have said some shitty things at the Last Supper. Because I think it wasn't planned. I think that's how the story goes. It's like Judas made a real last hasty decision to go to the Romans and be like, this guy's got to go. He was washing our feet at the Last Supper. It was fucking weird. Like it must have been some weird moment.
He was washing feet?
He washed feet at the Last Supper. Do you remember the Super Bowl commercial was like, wash feet like Jesus?
Oh, yes.
That's because at the Last Supper, he goes around with a bucket. I mean, there's no way 12 dudes were all like, oh, okay. One of them had to be
One of them had
to be like, I'm sorry, what do you want to do?
Exactly. Yeah. If I was at a dudes only dinner party and some dude was like, I'm just going to real quick wash your feet, I would probably punch him in the face.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the moment that Judas was like, he's got to go. He's got to go. I'm telling the Romans tonight, this guy washed my feet. Like, great, they had sandals on. They walked in the dirt. Everyone had dirty feet. It wasn't even weird to have dirty feet.
I like how you just did Judas like a real housewife. He has to go.
Like the what's the one who flipped over the table?
Teresa Judas.
Prostitution whore. Yeah, that one.
Teresa Judas. Savior whore.
It would be real. Tracy Cardozo would be really proud of you for being able to name Teresa Judas. Judas. Yeah. So, I think like he probably had to piss off Judas. Another Judas. Another Jew. Is he?
Judas was a Jew? Is that where that started? Is that why we have such a bad rap?
Maybe.
I know they think that like Jews killed him, but I didn't know.
Well, Judas technically did. But it's like, it's like the Charlie Kirk. It's like it was a guy. It was a crazy guy. It wasn't.
It was one guy.
Judas can't.
So how come we've been taking the rap all these years?
He was really Jewy. I don't know. No, I don't know. Like, that's, I think it was Jewy about it. You know what I mean? It was like, can't really complain. I don't know. Like that. I never understood the Jews killed Jesus thing. I went to Catholic school. By the way, sending my daughter to Catholic school now.
Why?
Because we're not in a good school district.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we had to choose a private school, and private only means Catholic or unaffordable.
Right.
So we're not in the best school district. Although, look, I live in Westchester. Like, there's only like 2 bad school districts in the whole place. and I'm pretty sure that's just said by like pretentious white people because there's more brown people there, but like rated one of the lower in Westchester. So like, I'm like, I don't know why necessarily it's not a great school district. I just know it's one of the lower rated in Westchester. So I'm going to choose the, a better, and the place we found was like, like a pretty high rated school. But I went to Catholic school and I didn't particularly love it. And it's just weird sometimes. It's just weird. Catholic school can be really weird. It's like religion.
How long did you go to Catholic school?
I went to Catholic school my whole life. I went from
like
first grade to through high school because I went to a giant Catholic high school in Queens. It's like the biggest Catholic high school, I think, in like the tri-state. It's like a college campus. It was a huge school. And that's where I went. It's St. Francis Prep. I went to high school. So I went to Catholic school. In high school, it becomes less feeling like Catholic, except for like you have to wear a tie to like you have to dress nice. In Catholic school, in high school, like I think maybe you have to take a religion class, but it's like a class. It feels like you're being taught it by a teacher. Where when you're in elementary school, like they bring you to church during school sometimes. Like it's like religion is like part of it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously you have all the same subjects, but you've got like religions.
But do you they teach science like you would learn it?
Yeah, they teach science and math.
No. But I mean like evolution, like they teach science.
Well, I guess that they do, but it's like, think about elementary school science. Like,
but I'm talking about like high school and shit.
No. High school, you have like the full science teachings. Yes, you do, and it doesn't make sense because it doesn't coincide with the Bible.
That's what I'm.
But
wondering.
that's what I'm saying.
So you're going to Catholic school and they're teaching you evolution.
Yeah, you do. And most of the teachers, at least my teachers, were all like, like biology and all this stuff. And the history and all this stuff matters. But when you think about grammar school, it's like you got like earth science, you're learning about rocks. Like you don't really get into evolution. You just get into the idea of like, I think you touch on a little bit of biology, but not really. Biology and then chemistry and biology and all those happen in high school. And they happened. I mean, maybe if I remembered well enough, I would remember that they didn't say certain things. You know what I mean? Maybe there was some things left out to not directly conflict with the Bible. But it is kind of like that is a contradiction. Taking science in a Catholic school already is a contradiction. Yeah, like this. There's so much about the Bible that just denies most of science. No, it's just. And then, but there's always a reason. It's like right and left politics. There's always going to be someone like if you say that to someone, they're going to go, "No, but God created that science." That's what they'll say. They'll be like, "It's not that science is not real. God created this world in which science exists."
All right. I mean, I'll give you that, but then
that's what a Catholic would say or a Christian would say. It's like, but I also think.
But don't they think like people rode dinosaurs to work and shit? Like, isn't there history of the world?
You're thinking of the Flintstones.
No, but aren't
to me it was religious. Flintstones were religious growing up.
Aren't they?
Like
don't they say the world's only like 5,000 years old or something?
Once you start digging, they just stop the conversation. That's what you don't understand, is that Christians are really good at avoiding questions that will debunk them.
Well, okay.
You go, but wait a minute. This doesn't check out. And they go, it's like when somebody screams fake news. They go, "Oh, I'm sorry, you believe everything, and the school then indoctrinated you into believing all these things." And then they don't give you a real thing.
They go, "I'm sorry, you just believe all your teachers all your life and all the doctors and scientists who have come on television and historians who studied and got masters."
They're the opposite. Christians are the opposite of conspiracy theorists. They are just as radical, but they are the opposite. Conspiracy theorists believe with a fake math and science that they have worked out. Like, talk to a flat earther. They've got shit to tell you with numbers and angles and degrees and chemical. Like, it's all incorrect, but they have real backup to their argument. Christians do not. They go, "Oh, no, I get what you're saying, but God." They squash it. Like, that is put your blind faith. I mean, that is, I guess, what religion is blind faith.
Yeah.
put your blind faith in this idea of a thing above. Stop asking questions. You're annoying me, and I want to be able to say God is good. God is great. It is the Jews that I hate. I don't know. How do they finish that?
Jesus.
Is that how you finish that? I think my pizza's calling. Hold on. Hello?
Hello, Carmelo.
Yes.
Hi, this is Juan from Bell Market. Just to let you know your order's ready.
Okay. I'm going to come over and get it.
You got it.
Thank you. Something I truly find religious.
Well, you got to get it before 8, you know.
Yeah, something I truly find religious is pizza.
So my wife and I were actually talking. We sort of had like a Rapture conversation at breakfast the other morning because she was like, it was a really beautiful day, and she was like, what would you do if you found out the end of the world was today? Mm-hmm. And then I started thinking, and she started rattling off like what she would do and how she would just want to be with me and the kids and like
that's so sweet.
Be outside, you know, and just trying to enjoy each other and laugh as much as possible.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, like I guess I would finally try crack, you know? Like I would just do all the shit that I always looked at and was like, oh, I'm too scared to do that.
Yeah.
And I would just do it that day. And I looked
crack.
Well, just hear me out about crack. And I wouldn't say I would like just like maybe like just a tiny little bit, like just a taste.
You think this is you just said the words, hear me out about crack. You think this is a well-adjusted way of thinking?
You see crackheads.
Yeah.
And you're like, that used to be like just a regular person.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Right. No,
and then you're like, how good must that shit be to turn you into that?
Well, the first time probably.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would wait. Okay, so let me do it. It's Rapture Day.
Yeah.
And is the end of the world. And this is my only... So I know like tomorrow I'm not going to wake up thinking like, oh, you know what was really good was that crack. Maybe I should try and get some more. I could just try it, see what all the fuss was about.
What if God called off the rapture? He was like, dude, everyone's doing crack right now. These guys need to repent more before I bring them up here. Because all of a sudden
then I have an addictive personality, and then I feel like I could run into trouble.
Because
it would need to be...
What if he was going to take a bunch of you that you thought were good, and then you all start doing crack? And he's like, I'm not... Whoa. Revise the list.
But
I was going to take Ken. He just did crack.
But because he knew it was the end of the world and he wanted to see what the fuss was about.
It's like giving a dog chocolate before you put them down.
Yeah. It's like your last meal. Thank you. Now I feel like we can relate it to your nonsense.
Because it was my nonsense, God.
No, it's like I feel like every day you're like thinking about what your last meal would be. So I feel like
it's not that I
it's not that I think about it. Crackheads are bad people. They just found a hobby they love.
They just like something that's not good for them.
Right.
That doesn't make
them so bad. Do we.
So do I. Mine's food.
Yeah.
My crack is food. And you're right. I do think about my last meal a lot, but not because I think what would I choose as my last meal in that hypothetical conversation. It's because I know that there's a very real possibility that any meal could be.
So you eat
the one that does me in.
I saw there was some jail in Texas, and this dude, and you know they used to give you your last meal request.
Yeah.
This dude's shit was so extravagant. He was like, I'll have a pig roast and the, frog wa, like whatever. He asked for so much shit that they called off. They were like, we're going to give this dude his last meal, and then we're calling off last meals.
Oh, they stopped doing it?
And they gave you, now you get a $20 budget. So it's like, you can be like, go get me some burgers and a milkshake. But this dude, how fucking mad would you be at this dude if you're sitting on death row for 18 years? Because death row, they don't get you in and out quick.
Yeah, right.
You sit, you got to go through appeals, and every day is the same, and all you're thinking is like, 16 years from now, I can have mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
Because you're eating prison food up until that point.
Yes. Right. So you're just dreaming of like, oh, a decade from now, I could have. Yeah. And then some fucking asshole comes around. Like every time you go to a comedy show and you find out they used to have a comic menu that would let you take home food, but they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
You know it's because some fucking asshole took advantage. Some comic came in and was like, I'll have 3 steaks to go.
Someone wrapped up the salmon in foil and fucking put bread rolls in their pocket.
They ate there, then they asked for a meal to take home.
Right, yeah. They ordered dinner, and then they asked for a to-go dinner. I still see comics do that sometimes.
Yeah. And then you're like, next time I'm here, I'm not going to get anything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I think that's the most Texas thing that could happen is that somebody goes, all right, it's my last moment. And then Texas goes, too much. That's too much. Can't have all that. No. See, this is what happens when you give somebody a good thing. You know, then they go real Texas on you, and they're like, now nobody gets it. That is the
now you get a $20. Like, what is 20? And this was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, assuming it's still a $20 budget, what can you even get?
Dude, I mean, like, I can't even get everything I want at Shake Shack.
Right.
If I'm like, okay, I can at least get Shake Shack. That's delicious. I can't even get the fucking shake with it. I got a burger and fries, hopefully. Get a little dipping sauce. What the fuck, man? And then I can't even get the shake with it. And I gotta go. They're gonna put me down with salty mouth, not washed down with the milkshake. They're like, the Coke was too. You get some water. I gotta have water in my last meal. Water?
Yeah, because some dickhead ruined it back in the early 2000s.
Every time I drink water, I'm like, I have to. I don't want to. I want to drink sugary soda. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, like, I feel good when I drink water. I drink a lot of water. I'd rather it be a Coca-Cola or a fucking bourbon.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I had no consequence to not drink water, I would never drink water again. On a hot day, let's put some ice in this motherfucker.
It's like all I drink is water.
I mean, me too. I drink mostly water, but like,
I enjoy it.
It's like
that's what I'm looking for most of the time.
This is where we differ.
I like weed soda.
I got that
now.
Yeah, I've had weed soda before. I can't do weed. I can only do weed. I can't do weed anything. I discovered that about myself.
I'm surprised you wouldn't like the weed food. They have
I've not had good experience with edible things.
They have private chefs now.
All right.
That will come to your house and prepare like a full weed meal, like a 4 or 5 course weed meal.
Man, how about that for a last meal?
Yeah.
Go fucking sailing off to the sunset. Hook me up because they like lethal injection.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny? I'd be like, just give me $20 a crack, would you?
That sounds so good that I would choose the best meal of my life in lethal injection if I wasn't on death row. Like, I might just choose that tomorrow if I could do that.
All right, like if I can have this, you can just end it after.
If I could just tell me I am getting the fucking monster amazing Michelin star, like I'm getting the meal I dream of, and I get to just fucking sleep forever. I go down peaceful. It doesn't even hurt. Full belly. I'm high also.
I like that.
Do it tomorrow.
I like that you think that you're important enough for somebody to want to execute for no reason.
It's expensive, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like that's taxpayer money. I know. And you're just like, oh, this meal was so good. Kill me now.
It's either that or it's...
And you seem to think enough of yourself that somebody would be like, okay.
Problem is it's either that or it's cardiac arrest over a bowl of spaghetti. That's probably the way I'm going. That sounds terrible. And it's going to look real gross. I'm going to look like one of the Deaths in 7. The glutton death in 7 was just like fucking, like you could smell it. It looked so bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Or that, remember Life of Brian? When the dude exploded?
Yeah. They
were like, just a mint, sir. He's like, fuck off, I couldn't eat another bite. And then they give him the mint and he just explodes.
Yeah, the one last thing. Speaking of that, I got a pizza waiting for me. Ken, happy Rapture. I hope we're like still doing the show when the next Rapture hits. But I want it to happen soon. I don't want to I'm not saying I want to do the show for another 15 years. I'm saying that
we're technically still, assuming it's on Eastern Standard Time.
Are we still rapturing?
Rapture could still happen.
That's awesome. So there's still a chance we could die together. God, we're going to die together. That's so cute. That's like adorable.
Your fat soul's going to get sucked up and I'm going to be left here with Kahuna.
What I just heard is you're going to go up because you're good.
No. Well, no, I feel like you're going to go up.
You're going to stay down because you're Jewish.
Were you baptized?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going up.
Yeah, go down.
That's all they're looking for.
Yeah, you just got to have the credentials.
Yeah.
You just need the resume.
Yeah, it's like a VIP wristband at a concert.
Well, Ken, this happened. A Bit Too Much podcast on all the socials. Like, subscribe. Whatever you were going to do with it, like whatever you're going to do with it, look us up on social. Do one more thing. If you're going to just like look us up on social, follow us. If you're going to listen to the show, subscribe to us. Just go one little extra step.
I can't tell if you're talking to the audience or me.
You. I'm asking if you.
Like, can you, like, maybe
For a fucking second.
You like the posts once in a while.
You only recently discovered that we had a theme song, and I almost strangled you to the actual death.
I have a friend who listens that reached out, was like, congratulations on getting a sponsor. And I was like, what the fuck?
Because we have ads now.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he sent me a screenshot of an ad, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, they're not direct. They're not.
But then, I was like, oh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
They're ads that run because we're on a platform that runs ads. Yeah. Yeah, it's not quite as exciting.
Imagine hanging on through this with ads.
It's like we don't want to even do. Bye, everyone.